Good evening, everyone, and welcome. Tonight we're taking on Season 8, Round 2 of the Solo Crisis League. This is our third and final attempt at this particular setup of Crisis 2 plus Rivals 2, Green Lantern versus Sinestro. Our character options for this round are Superman or Lex Luthor. Lex Luthor, I think, is going to be the strongest candidate by far. So I'm going to do what I did before in the last two attempts, and I'm going to go Superman. It's not that I think he's stronger. I just already said Lex Luthor is stronger, in my opinion. But we're going to hit Heroic Sacrifice. There's only 2 Crisis cards not used when you play a solo Crisis game, so the odds of not getting Heroic Sacrifice are pretty low. My plan is to get that Heroic Sacrifice and get Lex Luthor for most of the game, as opposed to playing Superman the entire game. Alternatively, if I was playing as Lex Luthor, I'd be worried about losing him very early and being stuck with Superman for the rest of the game. So I'm hoping, just really hoping, that we can make Superman work early on and get Heroic Sacrifice out here so we can have most of the game with Lex Luthor. No matter what, it's a roll of the dice. It's a gamble. We're going to see what happens. And let's just make that happen, right? There's a few special rules we're using to make Confrontations and Rival sets work with a Crisis game, and we will go over them as they come up. But first off, we've got Immortal Villain and Vandal Savage in play, which means we're going to be hit by attacks that leave the lineup. And we're going... Sorry, I'm just looking to make sure I got everything right. We're going to have to remove any cards that cost 6 or more as they enter the lineup. Sorry, that's my phone going off. I love that Arkham chime from the Arkham Asylum game. It's always been my ringtone. So, let's go ahead and figure out what our first hand is. We didn't get any cards that cost 6 or greater, so that's the good news there. With any chance, we get 5 punches here and we can beat Immortal Villain, because to beat it, we have to discard 5 power. We did not do it. We've got instead... I'm just going to turn my phone down. There we go. Sorry about that. 1, 2, 3, 4 power. We're going to get Construct Jet, because that's going to be really useful for putting villains on the bottom of the deck where we're not going to need them anymore. Like Surak Natu. Now, that being said, she's not one I want to put at the bottom of the deck. She's a cool defense card. So we're going to want to put her in the destroyed pile and use Black Lantern Power Ring to get her back. So 1, 2, 3 power this turn. We will use that. We're going to get a Hard Light Construct, the kick equivalent within the Rivals 2 set. So we will deal with that soon. Sorry about all these notifications. I'm just getting a bunch of texts all at once, it seems. Anyway, get another message. Oh, that's destroyed. Ganthet and Sade are destroyed due to Immortal Villain. Nth Metal Mace, though, we can deal with. We do have to get rid of this, though, before we can take on Immortal Villain. So, 2, 3, 4 power. We'll use that to get Crystal Shield. Get another card out here. 2, 6. Haven't really got to mess with that card too much. I think she keeps ending up in the destroyed pile. So what we're going to do is discard our 5 cards here. So technically we beat Immortal Villain, but it's still in play and its effects are still going on until we get rid of this villain. Fear. That's a great card for a Confrontation. In fact, it's a too great a card. It is now destroyed because it costs 6 or more. Another card we're going to have to get back. A few ways we can do that. Main way I'm thinking is using Black Lantern Power Ring to get this card from the destroyed pile. Then use the Atom to destroy it to get that card from the destroyed pile. Then use Black Lantern Power Ring again to get her back from the destroyed pile. Rinse, wash, repeat. All right. I can put a card at the bottom from the lineup at the bottom of the deck. If I do, I can replace it. There's nothing here I want to do that with, though, so we're good. That's 2, 3, 4 power. I'm going to use that. We're going to get this block card out of the way because we're going to need that. New card comes out. 1 and draw a card. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. That's the end of Sornik Natu. And that is also the end of Immortal Villain. So our first crisis is beat. There we go. Okay. We're on it now. So now we can take on Vandal Savage. But there's a few things I want to do first, like get a few defense cards. Maybe get a destruction card if possible. That'd be really nice. New card coming out. There's the Atom. 1 and draw a card. 2, 3, 4, 5 power. 5 power. Let's go ahead. We'll get rid of this block card because we can't get rid of Vandal Savage as long as we have a block card. Not in the lineup there. Alright, I can put a card at the bottom of the deck. Oh, when it leaves the lineup, its attack is still going to trigger. If you do replace it. Let's see. Each player puts a card of cost 0 from their discard pile on the bottom of the deck. We'll go ahead and do that. We'll put a punch at the bottom of our deck to put Mash at the bottom of the deck and replace it. Alright. Kryptonite. That shouldn't be there. I might have a misshuffle of some sort in my deck. Sorry if that's the case. 2, draw a card. 3, 4. 5 power total. In fact, I'm just going to put Kryptonite down there and replace it because that really shouldn't have been there. That just got mixed up in the wrong spot. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 power. We're going to get a copy of the Atom here. And we're going to get Crystal Shield as another defense card and 1 and draw card. There we go. Carol Ferris. Let's see how we do. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Can't really use Superman's ability. He reads, at the start of each of your turns, you may add the top card of the main deck to the lineup. Doing so is kind of dangerous for me, so I'm not going to be doing that. We're going to use the Atom to destroy this punch here in my hand. Won't be able to get anything from the destroyed pile because there's nothing in there of cost 0. That's 1 and draw a card. 2, 3, 4 power. Let's go ahead and get 2, 6 here as another defense card. Need those, right? New card coming out. There we go. Rage Blood. That's what I'm looking for. With Rage Blood, I'll be able to destroy a lot of good cards. A lot of starter cards. Draw a card. 2, 3, 4. Draw a card. 5, 6. Definitely get Rage Blood and go on. That's good. Rage Blood's going to help a lot. It's going to get rid of all those starter cards very quick. New card here. John Stewart. Not destroyed because we already got rid of Immortal Villain. It's just Vandal Savage in play. That's really good news. Can we do this? No, we're not going to get to 9. 1 and draw a card. 2, 4, 5 power and a couple vulnerabilities. We're going to get Carol Ferris. Really like the power of some of these Rivals 2 cards. It's a smaller main deck than Rivals and Confrontations games, so there's a lot of more powerful cards. It's something I have to keep in mind as I'm dealing with these upcoming rounds I have to plan out. So, Rage Blood gets played. We can destroy a 0 cost card in our discard pile. We'll destroy a vulnerability. So that's 2. Draw a card. Draw a card. 3 and draw a card. 4, draw a card. 5 and 6 total. Ah, man. I'm going to get rid of Construct Shields because it's got block. And block's going to help Vandal Savage stay in play. So we don't want that out there. Sinestro Power Battery. Attack card from your discard pile into your hand. That can be useful. Haven't really seen any attack cards other than Sinestro Core Power Ring. And buying that is going to trigger an attack against us. But it may not be a problem. Assuming we buy it after we buy our hand, After we play our whole hand, attack doesn't really do anything to us. We're going to draw 2 cards, then discard 2 cards. We'll discard 2 punches here. Then we'll use Construct Slam to draw another card. 1 and draw another card. 2, 3, 4, 5. I can destroy this punch, but it's not going to accomplish anything because I'll just get a punch back. So it's just 6 power. We'll use that to get Nth Metal Mace and a Hard Light Construct. There we go. Construct Missiles. That's going to help us, again, destroy those starter cards quickly. Draw a card. Draw another card. 1 and draw a card. 2, 3, destroy a starter over here. Let's get rid of a vulnerability if we have one. I don't. I do have punches, though, so let's say goodbye to a punch. That's fine. We're at 3 power. 4, 5, 6, 7. Definitely get Construct Missiles, again, just to continue that destruction as needed, which is constantly at this stage of the game. I could have gone for John Stewart. Maybe that would have been the better option. I think I'll get to John Stewart again faster, though, having destruction in my deck than I would buying John Stewart there and trying to get to Construct Missiles again soon. Alright, a Scrimma Sticks. That may not be true. It may be negligible, the difference. But I just always worry about having that destruction early in the game, getting rid of all those unnecessary starters. Like 2 vulnerabilities in this hand, not excited about that. Let's see, is this a hero? It is not. I can leave it there, okay. 2, draw a card. 4, 5 power. We're going to get a Scrimma Sticks, and we'll get a copy of Channeling the Emotional Spectrum. Green Lantern Power Battery. Alright, draw 2 cards, and then I can discard 2 cards. We're going to discard... the Atom and a Punch, I think. I'm going to check out my pile up here first, though. We got 2 6s and a 7 there. Yeah, I'm going to discard my 2 punches. No, a punch and the Atom. We're not going to use it, so we'll keep 1 punch out. 2 power here, and I can destroy a 0 cost. That's a vulnerability gone. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's going to be John Stewart for us. Honestly, we don't need to do much more to our deck. We just need to get rid of the starters, and we're going to be good to go, because we've got a lot of strong cards here. And getting rid of these starters is going to make them even stronger, more consistent. Sorry. 1 and draw a card. Draw a card. Draw another card. 2 power, 3 power total. I can destroy a card in my hand or discard pile. There goes our final vulnerability. So 3 power, 4 power, and draw a card now. So, with that being said, we are now out of vulnerabilities. We have no cards that do nothing. We have some that just draw a card that's not necessarily generating power, but it leads to power eventually. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're drawing a card. Draw a card. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Goodbye to Black Lantern Batman. Each foe gains a weakness. Each who has an equipment in his discard pile gains an additional weakness. Still have 5 power left over. We're going to get Sinestro Core Power Battery. Alright. Let's get another card out here. I think it's time to start thinking about Vandal Savage. First off, is this going to be a turn where we do that? We're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. As far as confrontations are concerned, do we have any equipment over here that qualifies for Nth Metal Mace? We do not. So we're not going for the confrontation this turn. We will use Rage Blood, though, to destroy that weakness we gained. So that's 2, 4, 5, 6. Are you a hero? No. 7, 8 power total. We're going to take that Green Lantern power battery and keep going. All right, we need 9 power. Can we get here? 2, 4, 5. I don't think it's going to happen this turn either. All right, we'll start with Carol Ferris. Actually, hold on. We can use Carol Ferris to get a hero into our hand, right? You know, if that's the case, we might actually get through this. So you know what? We're going to do a confrontation. Yeah, confrontation against Vandal Savage. First off, draw 2 cards, then discard 2 cards. We're going to say goodbye to 2 punches. Then, since it's a confrontation, we can put a hero from our discard pile into our hand. Thinking John Stewart, anything else makes sense? Nope, John Stewart it is. Then, I'm going to play John Stewart, and I can put up to 3 constructs from my discard pile into my hand. Let's see if we can get any here. Oh, there's a block card out there. Ooh, this might actually screw me over. I might have made a mistake. All right, I put 3 constructs into my hand. So we again have 0 power so far. 2 power, and I can destroy a card. We're going to destroy a punch. 4, oh, you know what? 5, 6, I can put a card from the lineup on the bottom of the main deck. If I do, replace it. So please don't be a block card. Okay, it's not a block card, so at least there's that. So we're at 6 power. 7, 8, you may return this card to the stack. If you do, draw a card and then discard a card. So we're going to draw a card and we're at 8 power. Draw a card and we are at 8 power. Then we have to discard a card. We're going to discard the Atom. 9, 10, put this back to draw a card and discard a card. We're going to discard the Punch. 11, 12, destroy this punch. 13, 14 total. That's enough to beat Vandal Savage. We have 5 left over, which is not enough to upgrade Superman, unfortunately. Oh, but there is this block card here, but that's okay. We have enough to buy that block card. It gets destroyed in the process, though. So we got through it. It is a good thing I put that block card on the bottom of the main deck, though, because that could have really bit us in the behind if I didn't. Because then there would have been 2 block cards out there to deal with, and that's not great. We do have a defense in 2/6 here, so that's the good news. Let's see what we got. Rise of the Dead. When a card is destroyed, remove it from the game. At the start of your turn, put a random card of cost 1 or greater from the destroyed pile into the lineup. If that card is not a villain, gain a weakness. So we'll shuffle all these up because we're going to be using them. Your team must destroy 5 cards with different colors from hand. The good news is we have 1 channeling the emotional spectrum there, and we got 1 floating around in our deck already. It doesn't have to be from hand, though, since we are playing solo. It can be from our discard pile as well. Now, we've got this Hellspawn. And we're going to defend of 2/6 here. You may discard this card from hand to avoid an attack. If you do, gain a hard light construct from the stack and put it into your hand. That's great because we just spent 2 of them on that last villain. So, we have to have a card come out, and we have to add a card from the destroyed pile. We gain a weakness because that's not a villain. Let's try and get rid of Bedovian. 2, are you a hero? No, and we'll discard that. 3, 4, 5. I can put an attack card in my hand, but I don't think there's any here. No, but that 5 is going to be enough to get rid of him. So that's the good news. We're at 0 power now. Now to end this, we have to get rid of 5 cards of different colors. We've got orange, green, blue. This one can be any color, so we're going to say it's red. Orange, green, blue, red, and then from my hand, we're going to destroy a Scrimmage Sticks for gray. So these cards will all be destroyed. We have orange, green, blue, red, and gray. That is the end of Rise of the Dead. So that's another crisis defeated. I'll take it. Sorry about that. That was a very quick defeat of Rise of the Dead too, so I'm definitely not disappointed about that. We get 2 power from here, and we can put a defense card into our hand or on top of our deck. Don't have any. This can go away, and we're on to just Hellspawn. We don't have to deal with the Rise of the Dead because that is gone. Alright, 1 and draw a card. Draw another card. So we're just at 1 power. We got a bunch of draw cards here. Can't wait to get rid of all these starters. Slowly going through them. I think we're about halfway through. Draw another card. We are going to use the Atom to destroy Green Lantern Power Battery. You get a 6-cost card from the destroyed pile. And that card is going to be... we're going to get Fear. Yeah, Fear it is. That'll be a total of 4 power now. 5, 6, 7. Goodbye to Nax, leaving us with 4 power, which we'll use to get Sinestro Core Power Ring. We're going to start feeding on those attack cards to start gathering those attack cards to make Fear a little bit more worthwhile. Alright, we will use Construct Missiles to destroy another punch and get to 2 power. 3, 4. We can put up to 3 constructs into my hand. Do I have any over here? Nah, we'll just go to 3 power then and get to 7. 8, 9, 10 power. That's a lot. With that, we'll get Atlantis here. Where was I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 power. So I have 4 left over. We'll get a Channeling the Emotional Spectrum because we did destroy one already. 2, 3, 4. Gonna have to switch it over. We have a block card out there I want to get rid of before we go for Hellspawn. Made that mistake last turn of leaving it out there too long and forgot about it when the confrontation came. So, gotta say goodbye to that. Gotta. Alright, so let's draw a card. Then we will draw 2 cards and discard 2 cards. Discarding this punch. And we don't need Hard Light Construct right now. So that is that. We'll use Rage Blood, destroying that punch. It's a 0-cost card. 2, 4, 6, 8. Are you a hero? It is not. We'll leave it there. With our 8, we'll say goodbye to Construct Slam. We'll get Salak and Hard Light Construct. 3 cards gained there. I like it. Green Lantern Power Ring. Good stuff. So Hellspawn we need 11 power for. Do we have it here? Here we're looking at... You know what? No. But maybe next turn. We have this location to put in play. Potential use of the Atom. So we're good here. We'll put Atlantis out though. And then we'll go with 3 power here. 4. And then I think I want to use the Atom on Construct Shields. Is there anything of cost 4 to gain from the destroyed pile? You know what? There's not, so don't bother. We won't be doing that. Again, it'll still be 3, 4, 5, 6 power. Definitely get Green Lantern Power Ring. But move on. Oh, I could put that on top of my deck. Yeah, we're going to put that on top of our deck due to Atlantis here. New card comes out. It's not a block, so we can go for Hellspawn if we wish. We're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You know what? We're doing it. Confrontation against Hellspawn. Let's do it. What's over here? Okay. First off, draw 2 cards, then put a card from your hand on top of your deck. We're gonna put Saint Walker on top of our deck. Then we're going to go into construct missiles. 2 power. I can destroy a card over here. It's going to be a punch. That's our last punch. Destroyed. 2 power. We can put 3 constructs into our hand or just get 3 power. Depends on the construct situation we have. What do we got here? Let's see. 2, 4, 6. Okay, we'll do that. We'll take 3 of them into our hand. So again, we are now at just 2 power. Let's go with 3 power and put an attack card from my discard pile into my hand. Got it. 4, 5 power. So we're at 5 power total. We're going to 6 and draw a card, then draw another card. So I want to do everything I could with my discard pile first because I knew I was about to lose it. And we got Salak. Let's see. 7, 8. We're going to put this back to draw another card. Ooh, nothing I can do about that, but we will discard this card. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We're going to put this at the bottom of the deck. Replace it. Oh, it didn't really help. 16, 17. 17's enough to beat Hellspawn. We have 6 left over, but unfortunately Superman's upgrade costs 9. So we are stuck at level 1 with him, and we'll get ready for the next turn. That was alright. It didn't go exactly the way I wanted, but it wasn't the worst. I have no defense card for this next turn, so let's see how this goes. Our new crisis is 7 Deadly Sins Unleashed. It's kind of early. It's kind of early in the game to deal with that. So, well, we have to, though, don't we? Yes, we do. Okay, so put the top 4 cards of the main deck into the lineup. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll do a 5th one for the turn. We have 2 superpowers there. When a superpower enters the lineup, each player gains a weakness. So that's 2 superpowers for us. Your team must destroy 7 cards with different costs from their discard pile. Alright, we can do that. I don't know if we can do it yet, but we're going to try. We have to get rid of these villains first anyway. Hector Hammond. Each player gains the top card of the main deck. If its cost is 5 or greater, destroy it. Otherwise, gain a number of weaknesses equal to its cost. So we're going to gain this. Its cost 8, so it's destroyed. No Ganthet for us. We're going to have to try and get that back. We're going to start our turn with Rage Blood, destroying this weakness. Then, draw 2 cards, discard 2 cards. See how this goes. So, the number 1 thing on the plan is getting rid of these villains. It's a lot of villains out there. 3 of them, totaling 16 power. Draw 2 cards, discard 2 cards. We're going to discard the Atom here and Hard Light Construct. We're going to take a bit of a chance. Actually, do we have 2 constructs? You know what? Instead of that, we're going to discard... No, I'm right. We're discarding the Atom and Construct Slam. Okay. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Are you a hero? No, we'll leave that there. 8, 9 total. We're going to use that to get rid of 2 sets of villains here. Not sets, but 2 individual villains. I know, losing Ganthet like that is terrible, but you know, he's easy to get back, assuming I can get White Lantern Power Ring, which is at least in the top half of the deck. So as long as we get our hands on that, we should be okay. So new cards coming out. Boudica. All right. Let's see what we can do. 1 and draw a card. Draw 2 cards, put a card from our hand on top of our deck. We're gonna put Sinestro Power Battery on top of my deck. 3 power, I can destroy a card. I'm actually not going to destroy this weakness. There's not much use in it. I'm not going to destroy anything probably till we beat 7 Deadly Sins because there's enough things going on anyway. So 3, this weakness does nothing. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Goodbye to this guy here, leaving us with 3 power, which we're going to use to get Construct Train, I think. It's a defense, it's a draw card. What's not to love? How did you set up the main deck for Rivals 2? So, the top half of the main deck is just Rivals 2 and Crisis 2 cards. That's it. That's the top half of the main deck. The bottom half of the main deck are some cards from Confrontations. I think it's Lex Luthor, Superman, Zatanna, and Felix Faust, just in order to make the main deck size comparable to a normal base set. Because the rival sets have very small main deck size in comparison. Alright, new card here. Parallax. Got another expensive villain showing up. Alright, 1. We have a defense card over here, so we can draw a card. Right? Yep, there's 1, so we can draw a card. 1 and draw a card. So the whole point of doing the main deck that way is so you get the flavor of Rivals 2 throughout the game. Once you start running out of Rivals 2 cards, that's when you know you're reaching kind of like the end of the deck, at least the bottom third of the deck or whatever, and it's time to really focus on the villains. Which you're probably already at that point anyway by the time you get there, because the Rivals 2 cards are pretty strong. So we're at 1 power and we can draw a card. Draw 2 cards. And then I can discard a card. Discard 2 cards, sorry. We will discard Saint Walker and Sinestro Core Power Battery. So here's why. I'm going to use the Atom to destroy this weakness and gain a punch from the destroyed pile. The card that costs 0, so I can use that for 7 Deadly Sins, but it's not a dead weight in my deck at least. So that's 1 power, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can put a card at the bottom of the deck if I want. I'm not going to. We're going to use that 6 to get rid of this block. Yeah, that'll do it. New card coming out. There's our Black Lantern Power Ring. Now we can start getting some stuff back. Let's see. We can destroy a 0-cost card. I don't want to do that, though. We'll go 1 and draw a card. Draw 2 cards. Put a card on top of our deck. Doesn't matter because I'm just going to draw it. So it's just 1 power right now. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We can destroy a card, but I'm not destroying anything until we get rid of this. 9, 10, 11, 12. Goodbye to Parallax, leaving us with 5 that we use to get Black Lantern Power Ring. Before we end our turn, I'm going to try and beat this. Actually, the cards I played this turn wouldn't be part of this, would they? Okay, do I have enough cards here to go for it? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, we got to take out the cards that we played this turn. One, 2, 3, 4. Definitely this. Definitely this. I think that's it. I think that's everything I played this turn. I hope I didn't mess that up. But regardless, we got 4, 5, 4, 5, 6, 3, 3. I'm just trying to set this up to see what we have so that I can hopefully beat this crisis. We've only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 costs of cards here. So we're going to have to buy a lot more cards if we're going to get there. Because we need 7 different cost cards. 7. Another Rage Blood. Well, that's good news. Unfortunately, it does mean that we also gain a weakness for a superpower coming out. The good news about Rage Blood is I won't feel bad destroying the one we have. But 3, 4, 5, but it's still not going to be super useful right now because I've already got rid of all my starters. All right. 3 power from John Stewart. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Are you a hero? No. Draw a card. And then draw a card. 9, 10, 11, 12. Willpower for sure. And Rage Blood. All right, new card comes out. There's our White Lantern Power Ring. Time to get everything we need from that destroyed pile. All right, let's see if we can do this. First off, 1 and draw a card. Draw a card. Draw 2 cards. Put a card on top of our deck. We'll put this one back. Then, draw 2 cards and discard 2 cards. We're going to discard the Atom. Anything else of unique price in here? Not really. We'll put Boudica down there. I can get a villain from the destroyed pile. Definitely going to want Parallax at his cost 7. Yeah, Parallax it is. That's a really unique price. Alright, I can destroy a card, but we're not going to. And we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm tempted to get White Lantern Power Ring, but instead I'm going to get both of these guys. Again, they go to the discard pile, not here. And I'm going to see if we can beat this. I think I have what we need now. We got 4, 3, 7, 1, 4, 5, 7, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 6, 7, and 0. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different costs. Let's do it. So 0, 1. From the 3s here, we're going to destroy. Oh, we aren't going to need Construct Slam. From the 4s, Boudica can go. From the 5s, goodbye to Rage Blood. From the 6, there's only 1. From the 7, I'm going to destroy Parallax because we're going to get him back soon, I think. Those cards are all destroyed, but that is the end of 7 Deadly Sins. So, that's really good news. We're down to just Hector Hammond here. There are other cards I would like to get back from that destroyed pile, especially now that we had to get rid of them like that, but deck's going nice and smooth, and we're going to be able to do that once we get that White Lantern Power Battery into our hand, and we have that White Lantern Power Ring already floating around. Oh wait, you know what? There's enough cards there. No need to shuffle our discard pile. We can put a card from the discard from the lineup on the bottom of the deck. If we do, we have to replace it. There's that. There's that. Alright, 2 power here. I can destroy a 0 cost card, but I think they're gone except for the punch here in my hand. Yeah. So that's 4. 5. There's a defense over here, so we draw a card. There is a defense, right? Yep, there's one. Got one there. Confirmed. So we're at 5 and drawing a card. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes and yes. We're going to use Atlantis to put White Lantern Power Ring right on top of our deck to get that Ganthic card back. Start our turn using White Lantern Power Ring to get Ganthet. Now there were 2 different Ganthet cards here. We've got, well, this should be over here. Well, there's also the Atom, which is tempting. Ganthet and Sade. Play a card from the lineup, return at the end of your turn. Play an additional card during a confrontation. We're going to go with the regular old Crisis 2 Ganthet. Can't really go wrong there, and we'll get him back. We'll get more options there. Draw a card. Draw 2 cards, put a card on top of our deck. Doesn't really matter, whatever it is, because we're going to play this to draw it right back. 2, we can destroy a card over here. Goodbye to this punch. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hello to this. Moving on. So again, the deck's going fine without any of those starters floating around. Now we just need to get rid of Hector Hammond, where we need 12 power. That's not a block, so +1 for each hero I control. That's interesting. What could I get this turn? 2, 4, 5. I'm not looking at very much power, so this is not a confrontation. Oh, but we get a hero from the discard pile into our hand. Hold on. Ooh, that could be really... yes. Confrontation. We are going to have a confrontation with Hector Hammond right here. First off, draw 2 cards and then discard 2 cards. We're gonna discard this one and this one. Hold on, do we have villain here we need? No, we don't. So keep that one, actually. Instead, we'll discard this one and, yes, this one. And then, because it's a confrontation, we can put a hero from our discard pile into our hand, and that's going to be the Gant that we just got back. Then Black Lantern Power Ring to get a villain from up here. Trying to see if anything else is useful. I'm going to go with Parallax, and it's draw 2 cards. I'm hoping that gets us 4 power. Oh, but you know what? We can't use that with Ganthet. I'm going to get something we can actually get back with Ganthet, like the 6 cost Sornak Natu. There we go. What else can we do here? We can choose a player. That player puts any number of cards of different colors and costs 6 or less from their discard pile into their hand. So red. Let's see. Come on. We got a white one. There's a good gray one. Where's our... I thought we had that orange one that you could use to count up some other stuff. Fear, right? Do we not have fear? Did we destroy fear? Or is fear that card right there, maybe? Could be that card right there. I need a blue card also. So we got Star Sapphire, Saint Walker, Chameleon, John Stewart is too much. Slack, I'll take them. So we have red. We just need an orange card. So I think we'll go with Crystal Shield. I think that's going to be the better option here. Alright, so all these cards are drawn. I play Salak. That's 1 power. There's a defense over there, so we draw a card. That's 1 power so far. Anything else that interacts with the discard pile before I go any further? No. Alright, draw 2 cards and then put a card from my hand on top of my deck. Still at just the 1 power. We'll put this on top of our deck. 2-3, are you a hero? It is. We just set it up that way. 4 and draw a card. 5, 6, we're going to put this back to draw another card and discard a card. We'll discard Construct Missiles. You know what? No, bring that back. We're going to discard Nth Metal Mace. So we're at 6 power. 7, 8, I can put equipment on top of anyone's deck. Draw a card. Got it back. 9, 10, are you a hero? It is. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and then +1 for each hero we played. 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28 power. That is enough to beat Hector Hammond, leaving us 28 minus 12 would be 16. That's more than enough to beat Superman, leaving us with 7 power. At least at level 2 Superman, what happens? At the start of each of your turns, if you have fewer than 5 cards in your hand, draw a card. So that's good. If we get attacked by a villain and we have to like discard a card to defend, we can draw up our hand. So that's really helpful. I don't think we even want to go for level 3. Let me check. Each time a teammate declares a confrontation, draw up 2 cards and then discard that many cards. Each time you or your teammate. Okay, that is actually pretty useful. We're going to try and go for level 3 of Superman. We'll see if we actually get there or not. We'll see. All right. Let's see. We have a defense here. Our new crisis is... Ooh, it's demonic summoning. Okay, let's get all those 6 cost cards out from the destroyed pile. Unfortunately, that means also villains. It is not just the good cards. It's also the bad ones. It's only 1 villain, though, so that's honestly not that bad. I've had worse situations. At the start of your turn, destroy a card in your hand. If you destroyed a card of cost 0, discard your hand. Your team must destroy 3 cards with cost 6 from their discard pile. Amazo. Amazo costs 3 more to defeat for each hero in the lineup. Each player puts a hero from his hand or 2 from his discard pile and into the lineup. We will defend. You may discard this card from your hand to avoid an attack. If you do, draw 2 cards and then put a card from your hand on top of your deck. We're going to put... Oh, what do we want to do here? We'll put... Nothing here is really that useful. You know, we'll put Construct Jet here just in case. So we do have to start our turn by destroying a card. We're going to destroy Construct Shields here. So not doing much with that. 2, 4, 5. I can put an attack card into my hand, but I don't think I have one. Really don't think I do. I don't. So instead of going to get a hero, I'm going to go with 6/7, getting that 2 power, and using that to get rid of Black Lantern Super Batman. So do I have the 6 cost cards I need before going any further? I have 1 6 cost card, and that is it. I need to buy both of these before we can get through this. This is going to be tough. We're going to have to make some hard decisions as we have to destroy a card every turn. Have to start buying some garbage cards. I wish we could put Atlantis out there, but we can't. We can at least use that to put a card on top of our deck, though, so that's good. New card comes out. We have to destroy a card in our hand. We're going to destroy Rage Blood. We'll use Construct Jet to put this at the bottom of the deck and replace it. That's 2. 3, 4. Draw a card. Ganthet's not going to do anything, but we do get 5, 6 when we play Willpower, and we'll use that to get Fear. Keep it going. New card coming out. Have to destroy something for demonic summoning. Let's destroy Nth Metal Mace. We'll try and get that back. All right. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I can put an attack into my hand. I don't think I have one. No. With that 7, we'll get the other 6 cost card. And that's that. Is that 3 over here? 1, 2, just 2. So we need a third one over here before we can end this. I do have the 6 cost card in my hand. If we have any way to discard it, we can end this. We do. We have Carol Ferris to discard it. So give me a second to figure out the best order here. We have to destroy a card first for demonic summoning. We're going to destroy... We'll destroy Star Sapphire here. So what do we want to do? We're going to draw a card. Then draw 2 cards and put a card on top of our deck. Oh, both power rings, huh? Okay, that's pretty good, actually. Then we'll just put this on top of our deck. let's go ahead, draw 2 cards, and then discard 2 cards. Those 2 cards will be this one and this one. And we're looking at 2 power. Are you a hero? It is. 3, is there a defense there? Yep, so we can draw another card. So we're at 3 power. I can put 3 constructs into my hand if we wish. Or we can just take the 3 power. Let's just take the 3 power. So with 3 power, that gets us to 6 total. That's the end of Crib, leaving us with 2. We'll get a villain and a superhero from the destroyed pile. There is that 6-cost villain. Let's actually save White Lantern Power Ring. Before we go any further, we'll destroy our 6-cost cards. That's 1, 2, 3. Is that all of them? Yeah, I don't have a 6-cost hero. So anyway, those are destroyed. Demonic Summoning is defeated. And then we have White Lantern Power Battery here to get a a superhero from the destroyed pile. Do we have any worth getting? Ah, Ganthet and Sade. That's gonna help. Okay. We're doing great. We're doing just fine here. We're doing a good job balancing out the crises. We're not stuck in a situation where half our cards are useless every time it comes up. And we're not losing a bunch of the crisis to the point that we have a useless deck at the end of it. We are managing that pretty well. Oh, you know what? We could have used Superman each of those turns because, let me just clarify this for you if you're not sure. This says, at the start of your turn, destroy a card in your hand. If you destroyed a card of cost 0, discard your hand. At the start of your turn, if you have fewer than 5 cards in your hand, draw a card. Now, both of those things say at the start of your turn. In that instance, you can do them in the order of your choosing. There's no priority over either of them. So I can do Demonic Summoning first and then draw a card for Superman. I could even destroy a 0-cost card, discard my entire hand, and then draw 1 card for Superman. Lots of things you can do with that, but I forgot about that. So Amazo does cost more for the heroes out there, so we're going to want to buy those. Let's go with 1 and draw a card. Draw another card. Ooh, get a villain up here. We did destroy some villains. I think I'm going to go with... We're going to get Parallax. We'll get Soranik Natu later. We will. So we're still at, what is it, 1 power total. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Get rid of both of these, leaving us with 2 power, which we'll get this one too. Something to destroy as needed. Alright, but there's no more heroes out there, so that's the good news. Mazo costs 11. Can we do it this turn? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13. You know what? Yeah. Confrontation against Amazo. We're going to start with Salak. If there's a defense card over here, we can draw a card. There's 1, so we draw a card. Then if there's an attack card from the discard pile, we can put that into our hand. Is there one over here? There might not be. Just thought I'd take a chance. There is one. It's Parallax. So we're at 2 power, and then it's draw 2 cards. Drawing 2 cards. Okay. Let's go with... We will draw a card here. I wish I had Fear already. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plus 1 for each attack card over here, but I don't think there's any. I think we already got rid of them. Yeah, we did. So we're still at 5 power, though. Let's go ahead and draw 2 cards and discard 2 cards. I'll discard this one and this one. All right, so that's 5 power. We can choose a player. That player puts any number of cards in different colors from cost 6 or less from their discard pile into our hand. Still at 5 power. This is any color we wish, really. There we go. Sure. What about those blues? Take this defense card, sure. And is that every color here? Yes, it is. Okay, so we're still at 5 power. 6, 7, 8, and draw a card. There we go. Draw 2 cards. Put a card on top of our deck. We'll put this here. Then we'll go 9, 10, are you a hero? And it is. 11, 12, 13, 14. We can put up to 3 constructs into my hand. We'll go with these 3. So I think we're at 14 power if I remember correctly. 15, 16. Yeah, we can say goodbye to this one. But you know what? We might need it for a crisis, so we'll stop there. 17, 18. We'll put this at the bottom of the deck and replace it. There we go. We can play 2 cards out there. That will get us to 22. Mogo can't really do anything. 24. We can get a hero from the destroyed pile. Let's go ahead and get our Atom back, just in case we need it. And then +1 for each hero we played, and Indigo Tribe made all the villains heroes. So 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30 power. That is enough to say goodbye to Amazo, who, because of Indigo Tribe, does cost 14. But that's still enough to upgrade Superman also. Each time you or your teammate declares a confrontation, draw up to 2 cards, then discard that many cards. Yes, level 3 Superman it is. We really played most of our deck except for 5 cards. That's crazy. All but 5 cards. So, let's figure this out. We're doing just fine. It's a great time. Actually, maybe it's not a great time. Since we're on level 3 Superman, I'm not in any rush to get the Lex Luthor. We haven't seen the assist cards that Luthor needs to be powerful. So I'm thinking that we stay as Superman for as long as possible, but that's out of our hands. I mean, the Crisis stack is shuffled. What's going to happen is going to happen at this point. But we're at level 3, where he's at his strongest for us. And if we don't even hit our heroic sacrifice, and we're stuck with Superman the whole game, I'm not going to regret it. He's going to be more useful now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come on, defense cards. We have no defense card. So, Frozen City with 2 7-cost cards. At the start of each player's turn, he adds the top card of the main deck to the lineup. Flip down each other card with that cost in the lineup, and they cannot be bought or gained this turn. Flip them up at the end of your turn. Clear the lineup of all cards to beat. Then, Mongol. Each player destroys 1 location of each different cost he controls. If you have none or avoid this attack, gain 2 weaknesses. So we have to destroy Atlantis. We'll try and find a way to get that back. So 1 card for the turn, 1 for the crisis is cost 5. So nothing's going away for Frozen City. We don't have a lot of power here because we have no discard pile. So 2, I can destroy a card. 4, 5, 6, 7. I can't do anything with this. We'll get Indigo Tribe and go further. Go forward. So now we have 4, 5, and 7 out there. 1 for the turn, 1 for the crisis. It is cost 4, so none of this. Let's go ahead and draw a card. Then let's draw 2 cards and then discard 2 cards. Okay. I'd like to use the Atom on Sinestro Power Battery to get something else of cost 5 out of here. Gotta be something good, right? Ooh, this one's an attack, which is going to help with a few of my other cards. Yeah, we'll take that one. Oh, he goes into our hand, I'm sorry. Then it's 2, 4, 6 power. We're going to... I can't really do much, can I? I can get rid of... We'll get ranks. We'll get that one. Best I can do. If I can only get one card, I might as well get the most expensive one I can. And then it's cost 6 that I can't buy. This lineup's going in the opposite direction of what I want. Draw 2 cards. Draw a card. Draw 2 cards and then put a card on top of our deck. Put this on top of our deck for next turn. Right? Yeah. Okay. Right? What is that again? Yes. Okay. So, we're at 0 power. We can get a villain from the destroyed pile. I want that defensive villain. There she is. There she is. I think we can get a hero from the destroyed pile, but I don't think there's one we want, so we'll just take the 2 power. Yep, 2 power it is. Three, 4. Let's put this at the bottom of the deck and replace it. That worked out. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then I can either take 3 power or 3 constructs. What can we do? Where are those constructs? Any of them? Alright, so we're at 8, 9, 10, 11. We can destroy a card over here. I'm not going to destroy anything. But 12, 13, that's good news. With that 13, let's just clear out as much as we can. So let's get some cheap cards. So this will be 11 minus 4 will get us down to 7. And with 7, we'll just get Mogo for the full 7 there. Okay. Not the best option, but we are clearing that lineup. I'm getting that nervous feeling that I shouldn't be destroying cards, and I know that's wrong. Basically, what I'm thinking is a crisis card's going to come. I'm going to need a hero, so why am I destroying this hero? Well, the reason is to make my deck stronger as we go, but I really think it's time that I have to kind of suck it up and start really thinning this deck out and worrying about crisis cards as they come up, rather than preparing for them in the future. At least that's one strategy, and it could be wrong, but that's what I think I'm going to have to start doing. There's 3 power, nothing to go away. Let's see how we do. 2, are you a hero? It is, so we'll draw that. 3, 4, 5, draw a card. Put this out here. 6, 7, 8, 9. I can play a card from up there. We'll play this one to draw a card. 10, 11, and then 12, 13, 14, 15 for counting the heroes, and this makes this a hero. So 15, that's pretty good. We'll take 5 going down to 10, 6 going down to 4, and then obviously 4 to get rid of that. All right, that's good news. 2 cards left. So close to beating Frozen City here. 1 here, 1 for the crisis. It costs 6. That's nothing going away. Let's go ahead and get a villain from the destroyed pile. Maybe something with an attack or something that's just strong enough that we don't have to deal with it later. Like Black Lantern Superman, for example. Because there is that card that makes the most expensive villain attack you. So yeah, we'll get Black Lantern Blue Beetle into our deck here. And then 1, is this a defense card over here at all? Yep, draw a card. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can destroy a card over here. Let's get rid of something. Nothing here I really want to get rid of, though. Yeah, I'm not going to do it. I know I said I would, but I just don't see anything worth getting rid of. So 6, 7, 8, 9. Get rid of this. Bring us down to 6. We'll get rid of Mogo here. Bring us down to 0. Wanted to do more than that, but I couldn't. So that's cost 6, nothing to go away here. What can we do? First off, draw a card. Then, draw 2 cards. Then, draw 2... you know what? No. Draw 2 cards, put 1 card on top of our deck. And then it's draw 2 cards, discard 2 cards. Okay. Draw another card. Somehow we just keep drawing cards. Let's use Ganthet. Get a bunch of cards back now. Got an orange, a pink one here. Let's go ahead and get the gray for villain there. You know, we're going to change that to Oa instead of Mogo. Yeah, there we go. Sure, we'll take that one. So I still need red if I've got it, and blue if I've got it. Yeah, I'll take that blue. Do we have a red? Not of the right. We don't have a red of the right. There we go. There's a red of the right price. And I don't think there's any yellows or greens. So I think that is it. Okay. So I think we're still at 0 power after all of that craziness. We'll go ahead and put our location out here. Once during each of your turns, draw a card and then put a card from your hand on top of your deck. Let's do that. Just draw a card. And we'll put... Yeah, I'll put this on top of our deck. We're going to play Salak. Are you a defense card? Yep, we can draw it. So we're at 1 power now. We can destroy a card. Let's destroy Arissa to get a 3-cost card from the destroyed pile. Something of cost 3 has to be in here, right? Do you like Nth Metal Mace? Nth Metal Mace it is. Into our hands. Alright, still at 1 power. 2, 3, are you a hero? No. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We can destroy a card. We're not going to need Bog. 11, 12, 13. 14 and draw a card. 15, 16. With that 16, we'll buy this for 6. This for 4 brings us down to 6, and this clears them out. That's going to end Frozen City. And then we still have Black Lantern Power Ring to get a villain from the destroyed pile. I don't know if there's any here. I mean, Black Lantern Batman obviously has his uses, if only to avoid dealing with that attack later. Yeah, I'll take Black Lantern Batman. So, now we are on a roll and able to defeat Mongol. Man, I really have to do that destruction. I know I keep saying that, but it really has to happen. It really does. Okay. Shuffle it up. There's a large enough deck here that we've got enough good stuff that we can say goodbye to some things. We can do it. But are we going for the confrontation this turn? Let's see what Mongol has to say. That does not help. Really doesn't. Let's see. 3, 4, 5. We can go for it, I think. 3, 4. 5, 6. You know what? I'm going to take a chance. We're going for it. We're going for the confrontation with Mongol. Let's see how that goes. Start with Superman's ability to draw up to 2 cards and then discard that many cards. Ooh, this isn't great. We're gonna discard Mogo here, as well as Construct Beasts. You know what? Instead of that, bring those back. Bring Mogo back. Discard these 2 constructs. Then we'll play John Stewart, putting those back into our hand. And get Mogo on the board. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That is not enough. I tried, but that was not enough. So we have to go down a level, and Mongol is going to attack us on this next turn again. Took a chance. That attack reads, each player destroys 1 location of each different cost he controls. If none... I'm sorry, what was that? If you have none or avoid this attack, gain 2 weakness cards. Reveal this card from your hand to avoid an attack. If you do, draw a card and then discard a card, but doing so will allow us to get 2 weaknesses. Have to discard a card here. We will discard Saint Walker. Okay, I think we're actually going to go for the confrontation turn again. Because we're looking at here 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah. We're going to confrontation against Mongol again. We'll start with Ganthet and Sade. Again, with these 2 here. That's 3 power, 4, 5, 6. And then during a confrontation, draw a card for each attack you have made this turn. Maybe we don't play that yet. We'll save that for the end. All right, draw 2 cards and then put a card on top of our deck. We'll put this on top of our deck. Oh, wait, no. Put this on top of our deck because 2 power, are you a hero? Yes. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 11. Now we can play these 2. 14, 17. Do we make any attacks this turn? We made 1. So that means we can draw a card. 18, 19, and then +1 for all the heroes. 20, 21, 22, and that's a hero because of this one. 23. It is just shy of upgrading Superman, isn't it? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 17, 18, 19, and then 20, 21, 22, 23 power. Just shy of what we needed. That's okay. We still beat Mongol. We'll still, we're going to be just fine. It's not what I wanted, but we'll be just fine. All right. We have a defense card here, so we're good. Our new crisis is Villains in Disguise. Put the top 3 cards of the main deck into the lineup. 1, 2, 3. We'll also do 1 for the turn, so 4 cards. When you buy or gain a villain from the lineup, place it in your discard pile instead of destroying it. Your team must destroy a villain in their hand or discard pile. Arkillo. Each player puts 1 equipment from his hand or 2 from this discard pile into the lineup. He costs 3 more for each equipment out there. Defend. You may discard any card from your hand to avoid an attack. If you do, draw 2 cards and then put a card from your hand on top of your deck. We'll put Ganthet over there for next turn. You know what? No, we're going to put Fear over there for next turn. Probably won't even be next turn. First of all, yes, because Salax, there's a defense card there, so we draw it. Then, we'll draw another card. And then we'll draw 2 cards. Then we'll go 1 and draw another card. Then we'll draw 2 cards and discard 2 cards. Those 2 cards discard will be these 2. Use Ganthet now to get a bunch of cards of different colors into our hand. Just trying to find all of the ones I can. Is that all the colors I can do? I don't have a blue one here. I think that's the only one we can do. Everything else is too much. Okay, there we go. So we're at a total of 1, 2 power. That's it. 3, 4, I can destroy a card. We're going to destroy this weakness in my hand. We'll use that 4 to get rid of this. Oh, we actually gain that, don't we? Then we'll go 2, 5, getting rid of this. And then 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bind this, leaving us with 2. And we can get a villain from the destroyed pile. I don't know if there's any I actually want right now. We'll get this one. Alright, and then we have to destroy a villain in our discard pile to end this crisis, and I think we can do that. We'll get rid of Manhunter Army. Manhunter Army will end villains in disguise. And we will move on. We had 2 power left over, but nothing to use it on. Alright, our kilo costs extra for equipment, right? Yes, and there are 2 equipment out there presently. So we're going to have to figure out what to do about that, which is buy those equipment, but how are we going to get there? We can destroy a card. There were some useless villains we just grabbed, so let's see, where are you? You're gone. It's 2 power. 3, 4, we can put equipment on top of our deck. Here we go. 5, 6. We can destroy this 6 cost card. Is there a 6 cost card we want from over here? We might have already gotten those. We can get Atlantis back. Ooh, or green. Oh, we already have Green Lantern power back. That's what we're destroying. Yeah, we'll go ahead and get Atlantis back. We're destroying that. Put Atlantis out here. So we end up with 2, 4, 6 power. That's enough to get Kyle Rayner. But you know what? Instead, we're going to get Interceptor. Because we got to get rid of those equipment. And we're going to make our kilo more affordable. So we'll give her the equipment, destroy the equipment, and use Kyle Rayner later. Oof. This is going for a slow game in the middle here. Lots to destroy. All right. Draw 2 cards, put a card on top of our deck. Put this on top of my deck here, and then we'll go 2. Are you a hero? Yes. We'll go ahead and add this location out here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Definitely get Book of Parallax, leaving us with 4. We'll go ahead and gain this, sure. Let's see, let's start using those destruction cards as they come up. 2 power, destroy this weakness, sure. Draw 2 cards, discard 2 cards. Discard both of these, so that's 2, 5, 8 power. We'll get Green Lantern Power Ring. And a Hard Light Construct, because we need those things sometimes. New card comes out. All right, draw a card. 2, 4, I can put an equipment on top of our deck. Five, 6, 10, 11, 12. We'll get both these 6-cost cards and move on. We are buying a bunch of cards lately, so that's got to stop. Can we take our Arquillo this turn? He's going to cost more because of that. So he's going to cost 14, basically. Don't have much going on here, so this is not the turn we do it. 2 power, and we have to destroy a card over here. Let's destroy... There are cards worth destroying. Where are they? We're not going to use you, probably. That's 2. We can draw 2 cards, put a card on top of our deck. We'll put this on top of our deck. 3, 4, 5, 6. We will buy this. We won't play these 2. And we'll move on to the next turn. Alright, it's not equipment, so now we can take on our Arquillo, probably. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You know what? Yes, our Arquillo Confrontation. Let's go. So 3. We're going to use Oa here to draw a card and then discard a card. Put Interceptor down here. We will get a bunch of cards of different colors into my hand. Got a lot of choices right now. So yes. Consider that one. Ooh, yes. Yep. You know what? That's probably better than that. I think that's everything. So that's, we have gray, blue, orange. I need a red one, if possible. We have 1 red there. Do you have any other ones? Not under 6, I don't think. We got 2 that are cost 6. So yeah, we'll take Black Lantern Batman instead. And that should do it. That's everything. Okay. So we're at 3 power. Now we can draw 2 cards. Draw 2 more cards. Oh, how to do this. We'll play Ganthet and Sage, so I can play both of these. So that is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 total. Draw 2 cards, put one on top of our deck. We'll put this on top of our deck. Play this, I can get your 3 power or 3 constructs from over here. We're at 8. Come on, what do we got? Do we have any constructs? 2, 3. All right, we got exactly 3. So we're at 8. 9, 10, we can destroy a card. Goodbye to this Interceptor. 11, 12, we can destroy another card. Goodbye, Sinestro Power Battery. 13, 14, 15, 16, draw a card. 17, 18, put it back to draw a card, and then discard a card. We'll discard this one. Draw a card. 19, 20, 23, 24, 25, 26, plus attack cards in my discard pile. 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, and then count those heroes. 33, 34, 35, 36. More than enough to beat Arquillo, and also upgrade Superman to level 3 again. Okay, so we're kind of back where we were, and I'll take it because we were in a bit of trouble there, but we got to destroy a few cards there. My deck is a little bit smaller than it was a turn or 2 ago, so that's really good news as far as I'm concerned. And we'll deal with whatever crisis we have next. Hoping it's something that destroys a card, let's be honest. All right, our new crisis is hunting down the lanterns. When an equipment enters the lineup, each player gains a weakness. Your team must destroy 4 different superpowers. Okay, we can do that. Hell, each player puts a non-kick superpower from his hand or 2 from his discard pile into the lineup. We're going to defend. Do draw a card and then attacker gains a weakness. We do put a construct from your discard pile into your hand or draw a card. We'll do this. We'll go ahead and draw a card. All right, new card coming out. What we need are superpowers. So let's draw 2 cards. Put a card on top of our deck. Put this here. Then we'll say, are you a hero? Which it is. Then draw 2 cards. Put a card on top of our deck. We'll put this here and play this to draw 2 more cards. All right. 3 power, we'll get rid of this. Then it's 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 power. We will buy this and one of these. Put this back. New card comes out. Oh, something happens when an equipment comes out. We gain a weakness. All right, so we need to destroy what? 4 different superpowers. So what do we have over here? Maybe we want to just buy possession first. We have then 1, 2 different superpowers here and 2 in our hand. We're going to try and buy possession first because I really don't want to lose the ones I have in my hand. So that's 3 power, 4, 5, 6, 7. Buy that. And then we destroy Construct Train, Possession, Construct Jet, and Construct Beasts. And that should end this because none of these other ones are... Nope, none of them are superpowers. That is the end. Sorry, wrong button. Of hunting down the lanterns. Okay, and then we can draw another card. 2 power, are you a hero? It is not. We'll leave it there. All right. He costs more for superpowers in the lineup, which there are none. So we're looking at 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going for the Confrontation with Hell. So we get to use Superman's ability to draw 2 cards and then discard 2 cards. We'll discard this and this. Gone. We need 12 power. So here's 2. I can destroy a card over here. The end of this weakness. Let's use Oa's ability to draw a card and then discard a card. We'll discard this. 3 power. There's a defense card there, so we can draw a card. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then put up to 3 constructs into my hand, or just get 3 power. See what we got here. All right, so 10, 11, 12. We're going to put this back to draw a card. And get rid of this. There we go. Draw another card. 13, 14. 17 power. That beats Hell for sure. And we are back on our roll. Okay. Really enjoying destroying the cards I need to. I'm getting through this. We have 1 defense in our hands. So that's good. Our new crisis is Shifting Loyalties. At the end of your turn, place that all cards you played this turn to the discard pile of the player on your left. We're our own player on our left, so we don't have to worry about that. It does have a different to beat, though. I think it's like revealing 3 cards or something. Let's see. Put the top 3 cards of your deck into the lineup. If their total cost is 7 or greater, remove the crisis. Not bad. We can do that very easily. Let's see what our new villain is. Trigon. We'll defend against his attack. Yep. You may reveal this card from your hand to avoid an attack. If you do, draw a card and then discard a card. So we'll draw this card and we'll discard this one. All right, new card for our turn. Let's go ahead and use Construct Missiles to destroy a card. We don't need Saint Walker. Then let's go ahead and draw 2 cards. 3 and draw another card. With that 3 power, we'll get rid of this. Now we're going to try and beat the Crisis by adding 3 cards to the lineup. Totaling 4, 10, 18. That is the end of Shifting Loyalties. Then it's 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I can put an equipment on top of my deck. I know which one I want, just got to find it. There you are. So with that 9, and then 10, 11 power. Use that to get Ganthet back. 3 power left from that. We'll get a Scrim of Sticks and the Atom. You never know, right? You never quite know. You know what? No, get rid of those 2. We're going to go for just getting a Hard Light Construct instead. That should be better. Alright, so that Crisis is down. Still have Trigon. Thinning out this deck a little bit, very slowly though. Not as quickly as I want. I am still nervous about not having what I need for a Crisis, but I really shouldn't be. We've got lots of ways to get cards back from the destroyed pile if need be. Are there any block cards out there? No. So we want to go for the Confrontation. We're looking at 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're not going for the Confrontation this turn. We're going to just try and get rid of the villain this turn and see what else we can do with our deck. So draw 2 cards, put a card on top of our deck. We'll go ahead and put John Stewart on top of our deck for next turn, I think. No, it doesn't really matter what we do because we do have Carol. We're going to put Parallax there. And then we'll go with 3 power, getting rid of this, leaving us 1 power. 2, 3. We'll go back. I'm actually going to put Carol Ferris on top of our deck. That's what I want to do. Yeah, that's better. So because that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We bought that, leaving us a 3 power total. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll get Sinestro Core Power Ring. And we'll get another Hard Light Construct. That should do it. There's a good chance we're going to a Confrontation this turn. We set it up to make that possible. Let's see, 2, 4. Yeah, it's a Confrontation turn. New card comes out. No block cards. Okay, we'll start off with our Superman ability to draw up to 2 cards and then discard 2 cards. We will discard this and this. Let's draw 2 cards, put a card on top of our deck. Put this on top of our deck because then play this and say, are you a hero? Yes, it is. Then it's draw 2 cards, discard 2 cards. Those 2 cards we discard are this one and anything else? Doesn't really matter. We're doing fine either way. But we'll discard those 2. And then we can put we can put a hero into our hand. So instead of that one, let's actually discard White Lantern Power Ring. White Lantern Core, I mean. Put a hero back into our hand. Oh, that's going to be John Stewart. All right, we're still at 2 power. Then we'll use John Stewart to put constructs into our hand. We can put up to 3 of them. Then we'll use Ganthet to put a bunch of different colors into our hands. We got blue, red, gray. I think that's all we can do. Blue, red, and gray. Yep. So again, we are just at 2 power. 3, 4, draw 2 cards, put a card on top of our deck. It doesn't really matter what we put there, because we're going to draw 2 more cards. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We can play 2 cards from up there. 11 plus 3 is 14. And we'll go with the Atom, I think. Use the Atom to... Nah, we'll go with Scrim of Sticks, I guess. No, Skull of Batman. So that's 14 plus 3 is 17. I think we have both of those cards in the destroyed pile. Let me just verify that. Or are they permanently removed from the game? The Scrim of Sticks is permanently removed. But the Atom might be in here. Guess not. He must be removed too. I'm not sure where he is right now. But either way, we're at 17, 18, 19. We'll go ahead and put this back to draw a card. There's the other Atom. We'll discard this. 20, 21. Put this back to draw a card. Put a card down. 24 plus 4 is 28. Plus 3 is 31. We can draw cards for all the attacks we played. 1, 2. All right, draw 2 more cards. We're at 31 power. 32 and draw a card. 33, 34. We can destroy a card. We're going to destroy this. And then it's +1 for each hero. 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43. I counted all the heroes because we played Indigo Tribe. Way more than enough to beat Trigon. 30 more than we needed, so there's that. He's gone. And we are getting really close to the end here. I honestly thought we'd be on Lex Luthor by now. I really did. It's kind of strange to me that we're not. All right, do we have a defense card here? We do. And our new crisis is Heroic Sacrifice. Ooh, this actually might not be the best time for this to happen. Because we have some really good cards in here. Okay. The player that defeated the previous supervillain removes his hero from the game and destroys all cards with cost 1 or greater in his discard pile. All right, all cards. Destroys all cards with cost 1 or greater, sorry. It said removes on accident. I'm pretty sure that's the entire discard pile. So I'm just going to sort it into cards I want back and cards I can live without. All right, these are the cards I absolutely must have back as far as I'm concerned. These ones, maybe. So those are all gone. That crisis is defeated, I suppose. But we still have this villain here. And that is Black Hand. Each player destroys the top card of the main deck and then discards a number of cards equal to the value in VP. We'll defend with Chasilian. You may discard this card from your hand to avoid an attack. If you do, draw a card, and you may destroy a card in your discard pile. I will not destroy a card in my discard pile. We'll let a card come out. And do we want to do a confrontation? I can discard a non-starter assist card, draw 2 cards, use once per turn. I haven't seen any assist cards, and I might not for a while. We'll start Black Lantern Power Ring, getting a villain back, if there are any. There's Black Lantern Martian Manhunter. There is that, but I think I want the one where you know what, we'll just take them. We'll take them. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll go ahead and get Kilowog for 4. We have 4 left over. We'll go ahead and get Hard Light Constructs. And a copy of the Atom for our last 1 power. Gotta get those things to do what we can to interact with that destroyed pile as we have it. Guy Gardner. Let's see, I'm looking at 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But we gotta get rid of this Rekka first. So Let's go ahead and deal with her. 1, if there's a defense card over here, we get to draw a card. There's 1, so we get to draw a card. Let's go ahead and draw another card. I can use the atom on something. So let's use it on Soranik here to get something of cost 6 back. Like Kyle Rayner. Oh, you know what? White Lantern Corps, we would actually still have that. Doesn't get destroyed. So yeah, we'll get Kyle Rayner back. This should be shuffled into here. We're still at 1 power this turn. Draw 2 cards. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Are you a hero? It's not. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Get rid of this. Leaving us with 6. We'll use that to get Guy Gardner and move on. We're doing just fine. It might be worth it just to say, let's go for the confrontation, but we'll see what our hand looks like. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. That is it. There's nothing else here. So not this turn. 2 power, we can destroy a card over here. Nothing I really want to destroy here. 4, 6. Get a villain from the destroyed pile. 7, 8. We'll go ahead and get this location and another hard light construct. There's that. The block cards, we're not going for black hand this turn. Need something of cost 5. That's what I really need. Let's go ahead. We're going to play Construct Jet. We'll put this at the bottom. Actually, before we go any further, are we going for a confrontation this turn? We're looking at 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You know what? Yeah, we're going for the confrontation this turn. Start with Construct Jet, putting this at the bottom and replacing it. All right, no blocks. That's the good news. And then let's go ahead and draw 2 cards. Okay, so that's 2 power there. What's over here? What's in terms of price? We have 5, 7, 8, 5, 5, 7. They're all cost 5, 7, and 8. So can't really do much there because none of these qualify. But we do have this 8. So you know what? Yeah, we're going to use this atom on Black Lantern Martian Manhunter to get a cost 8. Unless it's Ganthet only, because if it's Ganthet only, I can't really do anything with it. Can't do anything with it without anything in my pile there, so don't use the atom that way. So we're at 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go ahead and use Oa to draw a card and then discard a card. We'll discard the atom. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You know, instead of the atom, we're going to discard that. 12 and draw a card. We're going to use the atom on New Kroger to get Carol Ferris into my hand. No, to get... No, yeah, Carol Ferris. Drawing 2 cards and discarding 2 cards, but then putting a hero into my hand for a total of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 total is enough to beat Black Hand and move on to the next turn. So we did manage to get through that. That's the good news. Few left. Just a few. All right, our new crisis is Corrupted Companion. Let's get one of these villains out here. Random player puts a random unused supervillain in front of him and resolves attack against each player. He's going to attack at the beginning of each turn until we defeat him. To beat this, we have to defeat each player's supervillain. I'm the only player, so that's the only supervillain. Graves. Okay. Can't defend against Graves' attack, but each time you are attacked, you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card, so that's good. This attack cannot be avoided. Well, let's deal with his attack first. Each player gains 2 weaknesses. Each player with a superpower in his discard pile gains an additional weakness. We'll use Construct Train. You may discard this card from your hand to avoid attack. If you do, draw 2 cards and then put a card from your hand on top of your deck. Go ahead and put this here. And we're going to have to deal with these other 2 attacks, unfortunately. So we need to deal with the most expensive villain attacks we can. Let's see. What do we have? We got this 7-cost Parallax, 7-cost Black Lantern Blue Beetle. That's probably it. That'll do it. Okay, these 2 attacks. What are they? Each foe discards a defense card. Each foe discards all defense cards he has in his hand and in play. None of these are actually... Oh, I guess I have 1 in play, so this will go away. Then Parallax's attack reads... Attack, you may pass a card from your hand or discard pile to that foe's discard pile. Well, that's no one, so that's totally fine. Thank you, thank you, thank you for that. New card comes out. We have to do a confrontation against Black Lantern Superman. Can we do it? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we're going to do it. Confrontation against Black Lantern Superman. First off, 2, are you a hero? We know it is. There we go. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Any attack cards here? 11. 11 power. Okay. 12, 13 plus 1 for each defense card. 14, 15, 16, 17. There we go. 18, 19. That is enough to get rid of this, as well as get rid of Potts, the block card that was in the way, that was defending that villain. So there's that. Okay, so that is the end of Corrupted Companion. Well, at least it will be once Silver Banshee's done. Silver Banshee should go away. Okay. New card comes out. You get a villain from the destroy pile. I want a villain that costs 5 so we can use the Atom on it to get White Lantern Power Ring back. That's the plan there. There's that. So that's that. 2, 4, 6, 8. Goodbye to this. I have 5 left over. We'll go ahead and get another a hard light construct. Corrupting Companion still defeated. And we'll move on to trying out Graves. So 2, 4. Don't know that I have it this turn. How many attacks do I have over here? Just the 1. So that's, let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You know what? Let's do it. Confrontation against Graves. We'll start off with Oa and drawing a card and then discarding a card. We're going to discard the Atom. And then let's go ahead and draw another card. Go 3 power plus 1 for each attack. Total of 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I can destroy a card over here. I don't really need Black Lantern Powering anymore, I don't think. But, we'll keep it just in case. So 13 gets rid of Graves. I have 3 left over. Not enough to upgrade Lex Luthor there. But we're going to move on. Almost there. So close. We've got what? Ooh, 4 left. But we are moving through them very quickly. Draining the emotional spectrum. Put the top 3 cards of the main deck into the lineup. We're going to do 4. 3 for the crisis, 1 for the turn. At the start of your turn, reveal the top card of your deck. Destroy all cards in the lineup with the revealed cards type and replace them. Each player discards a random card. Remove this crisis if none of them match a card type in the lineup. Then, our new villain is Mr. Freeze. We can only play 4 cards per turn. That is unfortunate. So at the start of our turn, we have to reveal a card. It is a superpower. There are no superpowers, so that's the good news. Gotta get rid of these villains, though. So, we will draw 2 cards. Then we're going to draw 2 cards and discard 2 cards. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Are you a hero? Yep. 10 plus 3 is 13. 14, are you? We get to draw whatever this card is, because we have defense cards over there. It's a villain, so I'm not going to play that. Instead, we're going to use our 14 power to go. 10 left. Oh, I can't play all those cards. I can't play all those cards because Mr. Freeze only allows you to play 4 cards. I'm still going to get rid of him because I would have generated at least 4 power. But I'm not going to allow myself to go any further. That wouldn't be fair. Alright, this is going to be tougher than I thought. New card coming out. Reveal a card. It is a superpower again. It's only 4 cards from our hand. Means 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll use that here. These 2 3s and a 4. Okay. Keep going. New card comes out. Just please don't be an equipment, you know? Reveal a card. It's that. Hard-like construct, so we are okay. Again, 4 cards, so that is 2, and we can destroy a card. We don't need this anymore. 3, 4, we can put this on the bottom of the main deck and replace it. There we go. We can get a villain from the destroyed pile. I just, again, want one that costs 5. The villain that costs 5 can be used to get back White Lantern Power Ring. There we go. Now we have to reveal a random card from our hand. And in doing so, discards a random card. And in doing so, end this crisis. It is a location. There's no locations out there, so draining the emotional spectrum is defeated. I can play this to get 2 more power, but not really going to do anything with it. Go ahead and move on to our next hand. Got to get 10 power to beat Mr. Freeze. Let's see, 2, 4. That's how many defense cards we have over here. We're going for it. Confrontation against Mr. Freeze. 2 plus 1 for each defense card. 3, 4, 5, 6 cards total. That's awesome. 6 power there. Then we're going to go ahead and use Oa's ability because it doesn't count towards our 5. Draw a card and then discard a card. We're at 6 of our 10 power. We're not going to use that. 7, 8 will destroy this to draw another card. We'll return it to another card. 9, 10. Oh, we have to discard a card when we do that. 9, 10. Put it back. And we'll discard this one. That is enough to get rid of Mr. Freeze, so he's gone. Then 1, there's a defense there, so we can draw a card. 2, 3, we can destroy a card. We don't want to destroy any of this, I don't think. Get a villain. I don't think we want any villains. I think we're at the point where we're good with villains because we need to get to the end of this particular stack. At the end, there's a Crisis Necron, which you can't use villains against, so don't want to do that. All right, we have 1 defense in hand, so that's the good news. Let's see what we're doing crisis-wise. Missing heroes. When a hero enters the lineup, each player gains a weakness. Your team must destroy 4 equipment. We can do that. There's lots of equipment out there, too, to help. Then, Black Adam. We'll defend against that. You may discard this card from your hand to avoid an attack. If you do, draw 2 cards, and you may destroy a card in your hand or discard pile. I think we can get rid of Selak. I think we're okay without him. We're doing fine generating that power. So let's go ahead and work on getting through this. So, draw 2 cards. Then draw 2 cards and discard 2 cards. Discard this. And this. All right. You know what? No, we're going to discard Nth Metal Mace instead of that. Sorry. Like to have that equipment over there if needed. All right. 2 power. 3, 4, 5. We're going to buy this. And then 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to buy this, leaving us with 3 power. 4, 5, 6. Buy this. 3 power left over. We'll get another Hard Light Construct. And then before we go any further, I must destroy 4 equipment. Let's see if we've got it now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 total here, but I'm not getting rid of that one. So this 4 equipment is destroyed. Missing heroes is over. And we'll go on to the next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gotta shuffle up, get a new one. So close. Come on. Where is... You know what? I just realized I messed up. I had a villain out there I wasn't supposed to. I put the villain over there. It was supposed to be. Mr. Freeze was not supposed to be the villain I faced. He wasn't even supposed to be involved. Okay, I'm going to keep playing, even though I made that mistake. We'll take out this villain, just in case. Not identical to how the rules should be, but I'm really deep into this now, and I can't replay it. Where was I? Okay. Let's see what we can do. We have 4 cards here. Here's our 5th. And a new card comes out. Is that villain? So I gotta get rid of Black Adam, but not this turn. This turn I think we'll just play some cards. Draw a card. 2, 4, 6, 8. Get rid of this villain. Leaving us with 5. We'll get Superboy here. And we'll go on to the next one. New card comes out. Is this a confrontation turn? We're looking at 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, I don't see a way that we could win that, so no confrontation this turn. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We're going to get Book of Magic. Etrigan the Demon. Okay. Well, we can't do that this turn. We have to get rid of Etrigan. So we're going to use the Atom on Construct Missiles in order to get White Lantern Power Ring, to get some of those strong heroes back. Then we're going to use that to get a hero. One of the really, really strong ones, like Ganthet, Indigo Tribe, John Stewart. These are really great choices. We'll take Ganthet back. So, we got those played. Then it's 3, draw 2 cards. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Goodbye to this, leaving us with 5. We'll go ahead and get this one because it's a assist card that'll help with Lex Luthor's ability. All right, I really want to get rid of Black Adam and move on to the next one. I really do. Shoot. All right, we're looking at 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're not going to do it this turn. We're just not. Draw 2 cards, discard 2 cards. All right. 2. We can get these guys back into our hand. 4, 6, 8, 11. We'll go ahead and get this location and Swamp Thing. Move on to our next turn. Can we do that confrontation yet? I really want to beat him. 2, 4, 5, 6. No, not this turn either. We can get a hero back from the destroyed pile, though. And with that, we'll get Ganthet and Sade. We can also use our ability to discard an assist card to draw 2 cards. 2, 4, draw a card. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Draw another card. 10, 11. We'll use that to buy both of these. And go on to our next turn. Of course, he's a super expensive block card. What can I do? Oh well. We can use the Atom to destroy Black Lantern Power Ring and get a 5-cost card back. Like Green Lantern Power Ring, which is really useful and hasn't been around for a bit. So that's it. And that actually goes into our hand, not over there. Draw 2 cards, put a card on top of our deck. Oh no, come back. Got it. Okay. We're going to put Book of Magic on top of our deck. We're looking at 3, 6, 7, 8, 11 power. We're going to buy this. Go to the next turn where I'm really hoping that we're looking at the end of Black Adam. I'm looking at a Black Adam confrontation here. That's what I want. I think we can do it. 2, 3, 4, 5. Black Adam here. 13. Can we do it? Not with location in my hand. Draw 2. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You know what? I think we have to take the chance. So we're doing it. This is a confrontation against Black Adam. We'll start with Book of Magic now. Look at the top 3 cards of your deck. Discard any number of them, put the rest back in any order. We are going to discard all 3. I'm glad we did. Let's see. Kyle Rayner to draw 2 cards. I hope this works out. Draw a card. All right, so we're at 3. 6 plus 1 for all attacks, but there's no attacks there. 7, 8. Come back. We're at 6. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, put this back, draw a card, put this down. 14 power is enough to defeat Black Adam. Okay, I'm glad we took that chance. Wasn't sure which way it was going to go, but it ended up being very worth it. Now we're on to the final crisis and final villain. Final crisis is Supervillains United, where we'll deal with this. Doomsday. Place an unused supervillain into the lineup and resolve its attack. The attack is each player destroys the top 2 cards of his deck. Destroy any defense cards used to avoid this attack. We're going to defend with Mogo here. So we can just discard 2 cards to avoid the attack, essentially. And we'll discard 1, 2 cards. Mogo's destroyed, but that's the end of Doomsday, at least. So once we get rid of Doomsday, that attack, that crisis is over. Then Crisis Necron, each player must defeat its own supervillain. Necron cannot... Oh, wait. Each player must defeat... Sorry. Each player puts a random supervillain defeated this game in front of him. That's right. We're going to have 2 supervillains. And then resolves its attack against himself. That's no good. And that villain is Trigon. His attack being each player destroys the top 3 cards of the main deck. Gain a card with lowest cost you destroy this way and put it into your hand. Not much I can do, is there? I guess before we go any further, we'll try this. We can discard a card to try and to draw a card. We have a defense. You may discard this card from your hand to avoid attack. If you do, put a construct from your discard pile into your hand or draw a card. Any constructs worth grabbing? Put this one into our hand just in case. I don't think there's any other attacks here, though. We'll just draw a card. No need to worry about that. Okay, we have to get rid of both of these villains, basically, to end this crisis. Trigon is the one for Necron, and Doomsday is the one for Supervillains United. New card coming out. Can we go for the crisis? We're looking at... You know what? Yeah, we're going to confront Doomsday, but we're going to be able to extend that to other villains as we go. So we'll start with Ganthet here. Putting 1 card of each color into our hand. I think we got it. Yeah, we did. Okay, that's everything. So let's then go with Kilowog. 2 power plus 1 for each defense card over here. 3, 4 power. Draw 2 cards. Put a card on top of our deck. And put this on top of our deck. Alright, 4 power. We're going to play this so we can destroy a card in our discard pile. We're not going to need this. And, oh, actually, you know what? That could have gone in our hand, so that's going in our hand. Instead, we're not going to need this anymore. And then I can put a card from my discard pile on top of my deck. We're going to put Kyle Rayner on top of my deck. It's 4 power. 5, 6, we're going to put this back to draw a card and then discard a card. Draw 2 cards. We're going to discard this to draw 2 cards. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's the end of Doomsday, which does defeat Supervillains United, our final crisis. We have 1 power left over. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Do we have any attacks over here? No. 11, 12. Let's say it's a hero. It is. That gets us to 14, and that beats Trigon. So that allowed us to beat 2 villains in 1 turn, leaving us with just Crisis Necron left. That was really lucky guess. Okay, let's do this. New card comes out. We're not going to confront this turn. Instead, this turn we use the Atom to get rid of Black Lantern Wonder Woman, leaving us with a different 5-cost card, like Construct Missiles, or another Green Lantern Power Ring, even better. Green Lantern Power Ring it is. No. Yeah, Green Lantern Power Ring, not Construct Missiles. Then draw 2 cards and put a card on top of our deck. We're going to put this on top of our deck and go with 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I can get a hero from the destroyed pile. Indigo Tribe? No, John Stewart. We have 8 power, though. I'll get these two just in case. New card comes out. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is it a confrontation turn? We're looking at, I can't use that. So we're looking at 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You know what? Let's just take a chance. Worst case scenario, we gain a weakness. So let's go for it. Yeah, we're going for it. So first of all, we're going to play Green Lantern, draw 2 cards, put a card on top of our deck. I'll put this on top of our deck, I suppose. Then we're going to draw 2 cards, discard 2 cards. Oh, they're both villains, unfortunately. But this does allow us to put a hero into our hand, which was really the main goal here. I guess I didn't get Ganthet. I really wanted Ganthet. Alright, this may not go my direction. I may have made too many risks here. We'll go for Oa, though, to draw a card. And then we can discard a card. Discard this one. We're going to discard this to draw 2 more cards via Lex Luthor's ability. Alright, now we're getting somewhere. I think that's all my locations. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, plus 1 for each attack over here. 7, 8. 8 power, that's respectable. Look at these 3 cards and discard any number of them. We will discard this one and leave these 2 heroes here. 9, 10, plus 1 for each defense card. 11, 12, 13 power, getting there. 14, 15, and then I can get a bunch of constructs into my hand or just take 3 power. I don't think I have the constructs right now. Nope. So we'll just take the 3 power, getting us to 18, which is more than enough to beat Crisis Necron. So we managed to do it again. That was a little bit closer. I definitely made a mistake with the villain stack towards the end. I remember I had accidentally put the extra villain on top of the Crisis stack for some reason and then moved it over to the supervillains. And that messed that up a bit. But I don't think it's going to screw up anything substantial. I still end up facing every villain anyway due to the Crisis cards. A lot of fun. I do like this setup. I still need some adjustments. I think the Confrontations isn't fully integrated yet. I need to add a few more things. The block system's getting a little bit better for play, giving you more to do, but that's really about it. Thank you for watching. If you enjoy the leagues or the videos or whatever brought you here tonight, consider supporting it. You can do that by continuing to play or watch or whatever it is that brought you here. And you can check out the Etsy store where you get things like the official league mat. We also have pins, stickers, and all sorts of stuff like that. If you also are interested in other things like that, check out the Patreon, where you can get some of those physical rewards depending on the level you're at, as well as mid-round results, special sneak peeks at upcoming rounds, and members-only rounds between seasons. That's all I've really got for the night. I am really tired for some reason. I hope you enjoyed, and feel free to reach out if you have any questions about this setup or the league or anything like that. Thanks for watching, and you have a good night.